All right, so I've been working on trying to figure out how key cylinders, ignition cylinders, all the locking cylinders go on my 97 and a 98 Toyota 4Runner. And so this is the first one I started on because this one's supposedly the easiest, and this is the glove box. So let me show you how this works. This one is off of a actually 2000. It works exactly the same way. I'm guessing they didn't change it throughout the entire generation. So this little armature or something, I'm not sure exactly what you'd call it. I don't own this key anymore. This key is long gone. We have no idea what key this is. However, you can see these are wafers, and these little wafers slide into these slots like this. And if you can see, there's these little, my attractive fingernails, these little teeny springs push on this. There's like a little shelf or a little pop out, right? A little, I don't know, whatever, right? Pop out. And these guys are numbered. That's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's also ones that are known as split wafers. So they come in 2 parts, obviously, they're split. And we'll kind of try to show you how these guys work. They'll have the same number on them. They go in this orientation, and there's a spring on either side of this guy. And so this guy is apart right now, and let me show you kind of how I took these guys apart because it's a little weird. So there's this little armature has this arm that comes out, and then we'll take that arm out. And you have to be careful because this guy who is in this orientation has a spring underneath him, right? And that spring makes him obviously springy, but he needs to be in the right spot. And that arm actually goes through a slot in here. And let's take a quick look at maybe we can get it right here. You can see that arm attenuates, I guess would be the term, that up and down. So just remember how that attenuates and how that works when you take them apart. So if you don't really know about key cylinders, I didn't really know about key cylinders. So there's a little spring-loaded guy, one of the keyways in the back, or the wafers, who keeps it in. So when you go to press it out, you get that guy in there. Oops, see, when you take this guy apart, take the arm off, he'll come falling apart, and you'll go. So you got to pay attention to that a little bit. So we're going to take this guy out, and I've put the correct wafers in here in the correct spot. And you can see that if you've never really messed with them to see how they go, as you push the key in, it brings all of those wafers down into alignment, so then you can turn the tumbler. So that's how that works. And the basics of these, we'll pull one of them out. The basics of these little wafers, like I said, there'll be a spring on one side of that slot, and that bump out slides in, and then kind of just friction fits in here like that, so that it springs itself back up, right? So that's how that works. So this one is my new key, and now it's been keyed to it. So now we just need to take this one and swap it out. And so to do that, I'm gonna see if I can get this arm guy out of here. Do that and see if I can. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, the spring is going to want to shoot out of there, so I'm going to kind of try to hang on to this. You got to take the cover off, and there's just a little ledge, a little guy that hangs onto him like that. And then once you do that, you should be able to push that retaining. Oops! Should be able to push the retainer, which is also spring-loaded, of course. And I think, yeah, he's just going to be a little bit troublesome, maybe. Yeah, I know. I think I had the... Hold on, I'm gonna let that guy happen. You can see where that spring rides back in this spot. Because I need to tip him over here. I don't know if this guy's gonna be stuck in here. Yeah, there we go. He's just really kind of stiff. Okay. Yep, he's just kind of stiff. And you can see this guy's the same way. Those little guys come up like that. So our one who was keyed, we're gonna slip him in here, and then you gotta kind of. It actually does make it easier if you have the key, because they don't get caught like that. So we have that guy going back on here. This guy holds him back on, I believe, in this orientation. Is that the way he came off? I think. Or do I got it backwards? Usually I got it backwards. Usually it's always backwards for me, the first attempt. No, yep, backwards. Okay. Toyota does a really good job for people like me who I always do it wrong the first time. So now that guy holds on there. Let's see if we can get this springy guy back in there. And there's actually a little, you can't see it, but there's a little stump that this guy fits on. I don't think it really matters. Same part, 4169. I don't know if that's the... Go like that. Get this guy back on here. And slip him back up, maybe. Might need the pick to get him into the right spot here. Once again, for people like me who get it the wrong way, did I get it the wrong way? No, it's got to go this way, right? That's why I shoot videos and then I watch them back to find out what I'm doing wrong. There we go. Okay. Just kind of goes down there. All right, there we go. So now we should be able to turn that key cylinder. Now we can lock our glove box. And really it's not locking, it just disconnects the mechanism. So when you're not locked, you can actually pull this when it's in the unlock position. You can still pull this, but you can't really do that. So there you go. There's how to. I'm not going to go into this part. Needless to say, it's complicated. And this is the build sheet for. So now you could make a key. You could pause the video. I don't think you're going to do that. Actually, this is the wrong one. Go ahead, try to make a key and get into the truck. This is the wrong one. This is an example, though, of how, like you see down here, this says glove box, and here's the position of the pins, and this tells you which wafers to use and how to do that. So if you're going to do it, you'll have to figure this part out. I'm not going to go into that. So, okay, potato video. Thank you.